Okay, testing, testing. Audio. Making sure that the audio is balanced well. Okay, we should be good. Speedrun. Hello, Shio. How's it going? Okay. Please work. I didn't get it. I was trying to do an intro cutscene skip. We start the timer in the next room because it's not very consistent. Hello, Oshin. How's it going? Yeah, it's just annoying to have to sit through all the cutscenes, so we have a little skip, but it's inconsistent, so we just have the timer start in the next room so that you can do it or not. Doing alright. Final shift at work before you quit. Oh, nice. I presume that's... the quitting is a good thing. So is today your last shift, or did you just, like, hand in your notice or something? I guess you said final shift, so that's probably what it is. Okay. Let's get started. I'm hoping at the very least... oh, shit. Okay, that's going to be a waste of time. I'm hoping for, at the very least, a sub 40 minutes today, which I think I can do as long as everything goes well. My last run, my PB is currently 43 minutes. You can see it on LiveSplit, but it's pretty shit. So there's a lot of optimization that can be done, so as long as I do mostly well, I should be okay. But an ideal situation would be world record, which isn't too far off because it's, as you can see on my LiveSplit, about 38 minutes 50 seconds. Shit. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna reset right now because I missed a couple things, and although that wouldn't technically be reset, I want to get that intro cutscene skip. Listening to Blasphemous soundtrack, yeah, that always helps. I just looked at my Spotify history, and I've gained another 5 days of listening time in the past 5 months, which is not enough, but you know, quitting so you can focus on raising your daughter while keeping some semblance of free time. Yeah, definitely a good idea. How's the mat leave pay in Ireland? If that's a thing. I don't know how it works here either, so. Did I not get it again? Ugh. Lame. Free until your ribs are done. Or here until your ribs are done. Nice. Oh, and I'm getting a Discord ping. Good thing the timer hasn't started. I want the damn intro cutscene skip to work, though, so I don't have to waste all this time at the start of every run. The skip's what makes it so I can reset from stupid things like that. Your base getting paid as much as you normally would at the end of the month? Nice. Are you gonna find a different job after this, or are you just on leave? Or I guess you're doing your not your practicum, but like training for music teaching still, right? That would be awesome. Okay, hopefully I don't miss the preview stupidly this time. no, it was perfect. Got 2 partners with decent wages so I can actually stay at home. Nice. That's awesome. I joke with my partner a lot that being a housewife sounds like the dream. Don't have to work. Get to stay home all day. That's kind of what I'm doing right now, though. My partner and I are temporarily house-sitting for their grandma, and they're working and I'm not, so I spend a lot of time at home, and I just have to be responsible for the chores and stuff in return. Wrong side. That's fine. And I found out that due to my tendency to go mute for several days at a time, I'm not really paying attention. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That's too bad, though. Hey, Reaper, how's it going? Okay. Well, at least it was 5 seconds faster than normal, even if I am on the left side. Of course, my current inability to stand up at all prevents me from doing some chores. Yeah, fair enough. Victorian hobbit lifestyle. Based as hell. Orospino. Oh, I posted the first message. I wish I could work from home or at least make more money. Yeah, that would be... That's kind of the dream. Good on health right now, that's nice. Okay. That's a little annoying. Not a huge deal, though. I've discovered a tiny optimization that I don't know if anybody else has done, but when to equip that prayer, shit. There's, you have to open the menu for that, and that's annoying. But there's a little spot, if you time it just right when you reach Profundo Lamento, when there's this screen, if you go right, if you pause it, then the screen still moves over in the menu. Feeling well, just want to join, wish you the best. Thank you, Reaper, I appreciate it. I'm glad you're doing well. Here at the beginning of May, I should get, oh my god, what's going on? I should get a promotion or something, but don't know too much right now. Fair enough. Hopefully you can get a promotion. That would be really nice. Oh, I missed it. See, normally I'd pause right there while the screen's moving. I think it saves a little bit of time. I'm not sure, but I didn't reach it in time, so I'll just do it the normal way. Good damage. Okay, pretty good. More often. Both my partners are a lot higher in the job ladder than I ever was. Probably since I'm the longest of all. Yeah, that makes sense. The party here? Yes, it is. How's it going, Rocher? Why did my split not? That's odd. Auto splitter might be acting up. Although it did work for the... It did work for start and faceless one, so I don't know what's up. Also, Hoshi, I saw you uploaded a new run. I have yet to watch it, but congrats on that. Ah, too fast. God damn it. Fine. Very good tuning there. Thank you. Yeah, this is actually some of the best I've had recently. Somehow being distracted by chat seems to be helping me. thinking less. Yesterday's PB, nice. I need to get into no major glitches, but I've basically decided that my goal for Unrestricted is to get world record, at least for a moment, just so I can say I had it. Which isn't too far off. I mean, my PB is about 5 minutes, or how much is that? It's about 4 or 5 minutes off. I can't concentrate on the very easy math right now, but so I want to do that once because Unrestricted is kind of dead right now because we haven't found a way to skip to Crimson Reigns yet, and that would pretty much revive the category. And Restricted is just kind of more fun. But so I wanna try to get world record, and then move on to Restricted, and get some decent times in that, and then work on no major glitches. My only thing with no major glitches is that Ascensions are just so much fun. Like, they're probably one of my favorite speedrun techs I've seen, just like in a game, even though they're a little inconsistent. Just do it for the screenshot. Yeah, basically. Oh, come on. Don't do that to me. Shit. Shit. Fuck. Okay. Fumbled there a bit. I think that's probably what I'm the worst at doing, is all of the menuing, which, maybe Restricted will be nice because I won't have to deal with all of that. Well, I will, just a lot less. I press all the wrong buttons. Gives you movement and room knowledge. I can't. Oh, shit. I'll read chat in a second. There's so many new messages. I have chat on my phone so that I can see my live split on the side. Shit, I changed my prayer button and didn't equip it. It's gotta be faster to use the other prayer. I just always forget about that. Okay. Unrestricted use of movement and most of the room knowledge restricted teaches you bosses. Yeah, that's basically what I'm going for. I don't need the fervor. That's basically what I'm trying to go for with this is yeah, this gives me all of like the rooms and whatnot, and then yeah. Because the bosses are the part that I like, the part of the base game that I like the most, but in the speedrun, I really like all the tight movements and whatnot, so that's why I started with Unrestricted instead of going straight for Restricted. That, and it's just kind of easier. But, yeah. Wish I knew a little bit more about speedrunning. Yeah, that's fair. The Blasphemous II speedruns are not super complicated. There's a few fun little techniques, but okay, yeah, my splits are not working. I want to go back to doing Ascensions. Yeah, I don't blame you. That's, like I said, that's why I don't really feel like doing new major glitches quite yet. Just speedrun Hollow Knight. I think I remember that, yeah. Top 15 Path of Pain, hey, nice. Speedrun on Bug Snacks, nice. My friend played Bug Snacks a lot. Video on B2 content. First game. Hold on, climb the ladder. Now I gotta start doing Ascension, so I'm gonna have to be less distracted. But video about Blasphemous II cut content will be beat, but I think they got more vigilant, or not vigilant, diligent after the whole Wounds of Eventide thing. I missed the ladder. Just because of, I mean, I saw they made a tweet or something. Not much cut content. Yeah, that makes sense. There we go. Noticed Me going to the game files and they cleaned it up. Yeah. A few things he found, but nothing major. Makes sense. Animation for an attack that's unused. That makes sense because they were going to add another weapon. There was going to be like a greatsword. So that would be my guess. Unless I didn't see the animation, so I'm not sure if that's what it is, but... Prepared for the DLC, the original slip from the tracks. Bugsack's actually a horror game. Yeah, yeah. Blast 1, probably get 2. Yeah, I think Blast 2 is a more polished and more nuanced game. A lot of the stuff is cleaner. I mean, you have the 3 weapons, and the progression in Blasphemous 2 is amazing. Like, especially the first half, it gets kind of lit. It gets quite linear in the second half, unfortunately. But the first half, like, the weapon you choose at the start dictates a whole bunch of where you can go and what you can do. It's really fun. I'm gonna be super late for Veredicto. I had one really good run up to Veredicto once with just like perfect first try ascensions. And so now every time I get Veredicto, it's always a red. Oh my god, I did it too early. I'm an idiot. Well, now I can catch up on chat. Don't really care about spoilers. Yeah. Well, there will be huge spoilers in this, obviously, if I do well. I haven't watched all the Dev Diaries yet. Some really cool stuff. Let's do spoiler. Yeah, I think that Blasphemous 1, I prefer a lot of the stuff about it, like the lore, the sort of the atmosphere, but I still really like Blasphemous 2, and I think the gameplay in 2 is a lot better. I also just prefer 1 for nostalgia reasons. Better mechanics, combat, etc. We should still have the world lore that was so interesting in the first game. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, way too early. Not even close to on time. I was distracted. Alright, well, I wonder if I can figure out what's going on with the live split, because I don't want to have to manually split everything. Or did Veredicto split that time? I don't think it did. Let me quickly look here. Head to bed. Alright, good night, Rocher. Good luck. Good night, Rocher. Thank you for the luck. Okay. Oh, edit layout. Scriptable auto splitter. Layout settings. Aha. Oh wait, no, that should be working. Start timer, yeah. Faceless one, Phileor, Synodo, Susona, Eviterno, and Devotion. Ivy, or wall jump, double jump, air dash, Veredicto, Sarmiento, Eviterno room. It should be all good. I don't know why it wasn't working. I'll try again. My favorite games is kind of just objectively bad, but I love it because it's fun and because of nostalgia. That makes sense. Is that Dark Souls 2? Custodia expanded ideas with areas cut down in the world, which we probably shouldn't because it's disappointing. Oh yeah. That would be really cool. Alright. I don't think I got it. Oh, I did get it. Nice! Okay, and the start did work. Let's see, maybe auto split is working now. Oh, that's Trove. Okay, sorry, I just called it Dark Souls 2 objectively bad. By accident. It's fine, I'm exempt from all pain because I have, all scrutiny because I have not actually played Dark Souls 2 yet, so I can just say that all of my opinions on it are jokes. What the hell? What the hell? What? What the hell? What? What's going on here? also love Dark Souls 2, but Dark Souls 2 sucks. Okay. I want to love Dark Souls 2, but it just does not feel too positive. I get it. Yeah, I don't like Dark Souls 1 either. Also, what is going on? Okay, what? That's really funny. Overall, worst experience of Dark Souls 2. Yeah, I think Dark Souls 1, it's like you feel the age a lot in that one. And it makes me sad that I started with 3. I kind of wish I started with 1 and then went to 3 because now I can't really go back to 1. But on the other end, 3 is now one of my favorites. Offended the miracle. My bad, bro. I got it again. Let's go. Professional speedrun, as it says. What's going on? Oh! I know what happened. I need to restart the game. It's gonna happen again. I'm still in time stop. I completely forgot that actually, like, applies. So if I try to open the door, it's not gonna work. I have to restart the whole game to get out of time stop. I forgot about that. Yet another reason I should just move on to Restricted. Now that nobody here is a speedrunner, I can explain the categories. Basically, there's 3 major categories. There's Restricted, Unrestricted, and No Major Glitches. No Major Glitches is basically just glitchless, except some things people might consider glitches or like unintended, so it's a very thin line, so they just say NMG, but Blasphemous 2 has some stuff. I started playing Blasphemous 2. Yeah, there's some great text, like, you know what, I'm just gonna launch this save just to do a little tech showcase before I continue. So, you know, you got the 3 weapons. This one's got the good old Weight of Sin, and, you know, you've got the Mirabras of the Return to Port, which opens up a menu. Now, menu, which pauses time, is a great recipe for, some weird stuff. Like flight. Or, let me see if I can get it. I'm too fast. I'm too good at this tech, is what I'm hearing. Come on, that was perfect time. There we go. Horizontal flight. Please, Steam, I definitely do not already know. I really want to get into speed, but I just don't know what game I should run. That was kind of with me. I didn't know what game to run. I started trying to run Blasphemous 1 a little bit because it looked interesting, but then the category got totally fucked up with like wrong warps and shit, so not anymore. But Blasphemous 2 speedrunning is really fun. Like, yeah, I'm biased, but I can definitely recommend this game speedrun. I mean, who doesn't want flight? Like, come on, who does? You can't look at that and tell me you don't want to play a game that has this in it. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean you need to down patch, but it is doable. But basically, Unrestricted and Restricted both allow those kinds of glitches with the flight and stuff because it's fun. But there's also a time stop glitch and an invincibility glitch, which just make it really easy. So Unrestricted allows those, but Restricted does not. And that's really the only difference. Do Elden Ring if it didn't suck to speedrun. Yeah, doesn't it have all those like crazy, like, if you block at a certain time with like in a certain spot on the ground, you just like teleport somewhere, and people use like the clickers, like the rhythm clickers to time it properly. Like, that's crazy. Other area that's obviously practiced for the last door too. Yeah, Sunken Cathedral. That and Streets of Wakes. I have a feeling this isn't gonna work. Oh, it worked! Let's go! I'm so good at this. Yeah, zipping. Well, Blasphemous 1 has a zip tech as well, but it's frame perfect, and you have to sit in the inventory for at least like 30 seconds before you can even do it. So it sucks ass also, and that's why Blasphemous 1 is not really speedran anymore. It is a little bit. There's Rylix still. He's just insane though, and what he'll do, as any good Scotsman would, is get himself some liquor, get absolutely hammered, and then stream for like 4 hours, beat his own world record like 6 times, and then post it in the speedrun server like, it wasn't a very good run. I think we could do better. I agree with that, honestly. At least the levels. Yeah, that's true. Right? Yeah, because you're like insane at what's it called? Clair de Lune. That one. Oh, come on. Don't do that shit. I can't see this being a very good faceless one. Yeah, in Unrestricted, this is the only boss that you have to actually fight. Okay, you know what? It was alright. That was an alright faceless run. 4 seconds off world record. That doesn't sound like a lot, but with that level, that is a lot, yeah. I mean, Ultra Kill has some crazy tech, but it's also very... It's not difficult to pull off. I mean, some of it is, but it's like... It's especially... I don't know what the word is. It's specific. You have to be very specific with your motions and whatnot to get it right. Spina. I forgot to rename my win to Last Grandson of the Miracle, like Elton told me. I was doing some multiplayer Blasphemous 1 yesterday with the mod, with the mod's creator Democles and another speedrunner Elton, and oh my god, PvP in Blasphemous 1 is so good. Like, you would not expect it, but it is so much fun. We were discovering all these crazy new, like, PvP strategies and stuff, like, that have to do with pausing your game in the middle of an attack or something. Like, it was wild. Like, if you pause the game while an attack hitbox is out, and when you unpause it, well, first of all, if you hit something the first time with the attack hitbox and then pause it, when you unpause it, they can get hit, like enemies can get hit by the attack hitbox again. So if you have a ranged attack, you can combo, you throw a ranged attack, they get hit, pause, let them get knocked back and lose their invincibility frames, unpause, hit them again, pause, let them get knocked back, lose their invincibility frames, and you can just do that. Oh, I missed it. It's good dead pointing. Yeah, really specific. Yeah, I learned dead coining once, and I knew how to do it for maybe a week, and then I just kind of haven't played the game as much since, and I just kind of can't recreate it anymore, which I'm okay with. Good game, really fun, lots of great techs, but I think I'm okay with not being really good at it. Damn it. Okay, let's see if the split works this time. Also, what is this timing? Going crazy. Split does work. I just can't. I get that so much. I'll be in the middle of the best speedrun of my entire life. I'll get to Crimson Reigns at the very end, and I can suddenly no longer do an Ascension. But then, you know, I'll lose the run, I'll officially declare it lost, restart, and reset the timer, and immediately get, like, a perfect full-speed Ascension, which, by the way, is a frame-perfect trick. The normal ascension's not too bad once you get the timing down, and there's kind of a setup for it. But, yeah, it's the full speed is pretty crazy. Yes, I'm focused on the video game. It's a better start than my last run, which is nice. So I'm gonna get Mirablas first this time. I don't know if, or last game, I don't know if that's technically faster or slower, but I just kind of do both and see. It does waste a little bit of extra fervor, so, but, you know, whatever. I can get it back. And having Mirablas already equipped also makes getting Blood Disc easier, or the idle cancel. And trying to win Mario Kart 64 speedruns, or Mario 64. Yeah, that could be fun. My friend kind of speedruns Mario 64. I don't think he has... Oh shit, I missed the thing. I don't think he has an official entry on the leaderboards, but he knows the text and stuff. Going to eat for tonight. Good night, Reaper. See you later. Thanks for hanging out. What's that little guy doing? Damn, stop doing this. Why aren't my attacks going out? Ugh, I'm so mad. Yeah, that could be fun. I remember I used to watch a whole bunch of Hollow Knight speedruns. Haven't now in a while because I don't care anymore. But yeah, they look really fun. Nice. Not any percent. Yeah, any percent's kind of wild. I mean, it tends to be the main category in almost any game, and so for a game as big as Hollow Knight, it also has such a big speedrunning community because of Fireborn, is, yeah, it's bound to be super competitive. Could have done that better. I'm reasonably excited for the upload to come out Thursday, even though it's only a PDF version. Oh, I know. I'm really excited to find out when it ships for me, because they've started shipping them out to people already in order of the pre-orders, you know? And I pre-ordered mine as soon as I possibly could. So, okay, splits are working again. Really get a 40-minute 90% run. Damn, nice. I think having that art book, one of the things I'm really excited about that is getting the proper enemy names, just because, like, we have to refer to them all the time in speedrunning, but we never have a proper name for anything, so we say, like, heavy melee and stuff. It'll be nice to have actual enemy names, but also, like, there's going to be a whole bunch of art that we haven't seen yet, and getting to see all their inspiration and stuff, it's going to be so sick. And they're going to have the pixel art in there as well, which they didn't do as much of in Blasphemous I's art book. I'm also looking forward to the relaunch of the physical Blasphemous I art book with Wounds of Eventide stuff. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see stuff for, like, lobster bar, the like, the high wills. Oh, it's gonna be so sick. The trader. I mean, the trader's basically just every other visage, but you know. Sierpes. I mean, that was a backer boss, but still. Come on. Probably make me sad. A chance they'll actually use it later. Oh, seriously, man. This is not going so well. If you couldn't get the Elden Ring, oh, were you too late or just money? For me, it was just money. Honestly, I could still get a PB with this run if I was just good with my Ascensions and I get a good first try Crimson Reigns. And I don't do that. Jesus. Money. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I could, I would just buy every damn Collector's Edition, but I already spent so much money for the Blasphemous II Collector's Edition, and then the Blasphemous II Art Book Collector's Edition. New for a year, whoever buys first get one, be hard. Yeah. I don't know how much new stuff will be in it. It seems like they wouldn't be able to have too much new stuff, because, I mean, it was just the DLC, but they might also have, I guess they'll also have Stir of Dawn and Strife and Ruin stuff. Although Strife and Ruin is just blood-stained. Stir of Dawn, though, is stuff. Where am I going? Elevated tunnels. The Blasphemous II Collector's Edition is, like, next month or something. Is it next month or is it the month after? I don't remember if it's April or if it's May or June. Yeah, it must be May. Yeah, it's May. So, where am I? Okay, you know what? I just went the wrong fucking way. So, I was already behind. I'm gonna do another reset. Now, think about it with Elden Ring. It's only unrestricted 80% that has insane zipping tech. Might try glitchless. Oh, yeah. Sequel's art book is enormously longer than the game's original book. Yeah. I don't know where the last dev diary is. I'm starting to wonder if that last dev diary thing is going to be like a similar situation to the Landing Blasphemous documentary, which was very good, by the way, if you haven't watched it. I watched it when it still cost $10, and I don't regret it. Nice. I'm still in time stop. See you, Oshin. And the last of it is a thank you and DLC news or other major news like that. That would be very nice. I would love that. I keep forgetting about the time stop. I almost never reset during time stop, which is why this is happening. Whatever, though. Game takes like 3 seconds to launch, and I can use this moment to check my Discord notifications. Okay, Blasphemous 2 1.0.5. There we go. Okay, hopefully we'll go better this time. I'm gonna make a point to look at chat only when I am holding the stick forward. I missed it, didn't I? Yep. Thanks, Miguel Hernandez, for your words of wisdom that I have read a million times. Alright. For real. This time, guys. Long list of hopes for the DLC. I feel like the biggest thing I want my high dramatist theory to be proven right. Yeah. I think the lore, the bosses, and the music are what I'm the most excited for DLC. Music just because I will always take some more Carlos Viola bangers, but also lore. It's like there's a few little things nagging at me in the lore, and the high dramatist thing is one of them. Ah, come on. Big theory and want to be correct. Yeah, no, I get that. I wonder how big the next DLC will be. Like, I wonder if it's going to be like Stir of Dawn, where they just launch New Game Plus with a New Game Plus exclusive thing, or if they're going to go a completely new direction. Maybe they add like New Game Plus and Boss Rush in one DLC instead of splitting it up like they did last time. I don't know. Either way, I'm hyped, and I know that no matter what they do, it's gonna go fucking hard. Shio based as hell. Me and my 27 days of Carlos Viola. Ugh, left side. Why is it showing 132? Oh. Wait, that's... Okay. I'm so sometimes I don't understand live split. My Faceless 1 record is 131, and my 132 that I just got is telling me that it's faster by 0.2 seconds. What's up with that? Bigger and or more DLCs than the original. Yeah. Honestly, I'd be happy with the amount of content that Blasphemous 1 had, as long as we get that Wounds of Eventide type DLC that adds, like, area and story content and like just more things, you know? That would be very nice. At least one of those. I'm fine with having another, like, oh, we had some platforming challenges and some New Game Plus exclusive stuff. Like, I think that's fine. But because, you know, I'm also excited for whatever they do for their next project. I know it's not going to be TLDR, but like, with TLD and Blasphemous, they have proven to me that they're a studio very much worth keeping an eye on. More so than that, but keeping involved with. I mean, even though I don't particularly care for All On Board, because, you know, I don't particularly care for board games, and I feel like... But I still think that All On Board is a really neat project. I mean, you've got stuff like Tabletop Simulator. So having something like that in VR is going to be sick, especially with all their modding functionalities that they're adding, so you can make your own, add your own games to it, but they're also integrating them as part of the development process because of the Kickstarter. I think it's going to be really cool. And because it's a separate team developing it, oh, I forgot to do the thing. Separate team developing it in a separate location too. Like, they're in the Canary Islands, whereas the rest of the team is still in Seville working on Blasphemous 2 stuff right now. But because it's a separate team, it's not... all their efforts aren't being focused onto that. And so there's still Blasphemous stuff going on. Oh, that was a close one. I'm hoping for Santa mode with unused greatsword and possibly spear moveset for her instead. That would be very nice. And I'm not look at chat unless I'm just holding stick forward. Proceeds to look at chat and the boss. Okay, but Faceless 1 is easy. Okay? I can look at chat in Faceless 1 all I want. I missed the button. Katie said in their last interview that the modular nature of Blasphemous 2 would allow for them to use the system as a base for new games. Yeah, that's right. They did mention that. Alright. Time to focus. So yeah, 2D games. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna move from their pixel art because they have this whole team of dedicated pixel artists and, you know, 2D concept artists. I see no reason for them to pull the Hyper Light Drifter route and go suddenly into 3D or anything. Like, I don't think they're deviating from pixel art for stuff. Like, that's another reason they have another team in the Canary Islands, is because they needed 3D artists and whatnot now instead of just pixel artists. And frankly, I'm glad, because I think the pixel art in this game is one of its biggest selling points. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. Like, everybody can agree with that. Everybody. Okay. Sure, they make it be great. Or, a new point-and-click or 2D game. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the point-and-click genre in general. The Last Door is basically the only exception to that. I just love it because of the story and whatnot, but honestly, having The Last Door type game that wasn't point-and-click, even if it was like a walking simulator or something, would be pretty cool. But even point-and-click, I just want more The Last Door. I don't care what it is. Can't wait for their version of Elden Ring. Parallels between them and FromSoft. Oh, totally. They both have a sort of similar, like, way of getting inspiration, it seems. I mean, From Software has become, or not has become, From Software is obviously a lot more mainstream, so the things that they take inspiration from tend to become mainstream. But with, like, Blasphemous, they like to take inspiration from their specific culture. And I mean, we saw From Software do that a lot with Sekiro, like Japanese folklore. Press the wrong button. God, I'm useless at that. Excommunicate all the guys in the Discord who barge in and demand games be 3D. Yeah, I've seen a lot less of that since the sequel, though. Also, damn that box. Oh my god, what is going on here? I guess it's just not it today. Little one-shot was an indication of what the story is. I need to play the actual game. Yep, you do. I tried to adapt the story as best I could, but as I've stated multiple times, it does not come close to the actual story of the actual game. Nice. Some love for point-and-click games, but they have to be really good. Yeah, I get that. Like, I think the gameplay of point-and-click is rather uninteresting, but the gameplay doesn't necessarily have to be good if the story is good, you know? And same thing with, like, puzzles. As long as the puzzles are good, and you feel fulfilled, and you're not just sitting there clicking at a bunch of stuff, I think it can be good. It's just, you know, it has to be well done. And that's why I think a lot of them fall flat. It's just a lot of earlier ones. Back before, you know, we had actual game design principles, and people would just take all these crazy risks and not really know what was good. But with stuff like The Last Door, you have people who know what's good, what's fun, and they know how to do it, you know? Yeah. Well, the whole point of... Yeah, it does need an engaging story, because the whole point of point-and-click... Like, if you have a point-and-click game that doesn't tell a story, why are you playing it? Right? It needs to have... Like, the story, to me at least, is the reason to play a point-and-click game. So, or at least a point-and-click adventure. You get those, like, weird Friv arcade games, I guess, but that's different. But having a good story is the necessity, because other games that aren't point-and-click can still put an emphasis on story and have a very well-done story. For example, Dark Souls, Blasphemous. Fucking, even Hollow Knight has a pretty good story for thing. It's you can have a story emphasis without being like a point-and-click or a game genre that only has story going for it. So for it to be worth playing a game that the only thing that is going for it is story, it has to be a damn good story. Or maybe not even story, you know, but like vibe, visuals, atmosphere, music, things, all of these other sort of, I like to call them soft elements. You know? Like, I think that even if I didn't know what was going on in the slightest in The Last Door's story, I think I'd still enjoy it, just because the vibe of the, you know, old Victorian household and, you know, abandoned town in Ireland and, on this, or not abandoned town, but basically Amish, like, really, you know, whatever Eilish Moore is. Or even, like, the St. Giles Rookery. It's just a small, tiny little area with a single opium den in it. But walking through that, especially because you get approached by that guy with a crutch, it's just, like, the atmosphere is amazing. And the first time I played it, I didn't understand the story. I didn't know what was going on at all. I got the gist of everything with the 4 witnesses and all the main stuff, but I didn't know anything about what was going on. I didn't know anything about Hugo Ashdown, none of the stuff going on with the Simorg. Like, I knew none of that. Okay. Cool if that genre got revitalized, though. I think its potential is basically forgotten about. Yeah, and I think that's because, like what I was saying, that for a game to have a good story, it does not have to be a game like a point-and-click that basically only has story going for it. So people have started making their story games have other elements, and that's why you've kind of seen a rise in, like, walking simulators, you know? Walking simulators are basically point-and-click, but with a sort of a more intuitive control scheme, I suppose you would say. Because instead of just clicking around, you're actually physically in control. You know, you have them in first person, like something like Firewatch, or you have them in like something like Gris, where it's in 2D and it's, you know, like, so I think that the demand for point and click has probably gone down significantly compared to other types of story games. Nice. Not good enough. There we go. I'll take a third try, even though I'm a little late. Actually, quite a bit late. Yeah, not good. We'll deal with it. Coming up on the Alt F4, so I'll be able to take a quick read the chat break. God damn it. They should make streaming platforms that let you project the chat directly into the streamer's brain. Yeah, nobody does Gothic, Victorian, Lovecraftian stuff, and when they do, it's often not great. I think, yeah, you get stuff like Bloodborne, and then there's the... Okay, with that sort of Gothic, Lovecraftian stuff, you've got two main contenders. You've got Bloodborne, and you got the games that are trying to be Bloodborne. Like, you know, The Last Faith. Probably others too that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. But yeah, and like The Last Door it's not really like Bloodborne. It's its own vibe. It focuses more on the Victorian than it does on the Gothic, I think. I have no clue what was happening in Hollow Knight when I played, but I mainly liked it for the vibe. Yeah, exactly. I think that when I learned the story, I was like, oh wow, this game's pretty cool. But the vibe was the reason that I played it in the first place. Best story in a game I've ever seen is Outer Wilds. I can agree with that. It doesn't have the same kind of vibe that I really love in games, but the way the story itself it's not my favorite in terms of like vibe and stuff, but the way it is told and the way that it's told is amazing. Definitely the best in any game. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Why did I... You gotta be kidding me. But yeah, the way it's told is amazing, and I can't see it working very well with any other type of story. This is Lies of P. I'm still not sold on Lies of P. I kind of want to pirate it. It looks all right to me. You know, it just looks all right. It doesn't look like a Bloodborne experience to me, or at least none of the things that I really like about Bloodborne. To me, it looks more like an attempt at Bloodborne plus Sekiro, but it doesn't feel faithful. I don't know. I think I'd need to play it to know for sure, because I hear a lot of praise for it, but... What the fuck? I hear a lot of praise for it, but it just doesn't look like something that I could find myself enjoying a whole lot. I can't read all that shit right now, I'm sorry. I will when I can, which will probably be the dub chapter. Oh, I've got that fucking heavy melee skip coming up. Shit. There's one of the skips in this game is extremely easy to do, but I have lost so many runs by just failing to do it, very embarrassingly. So I've got a little bit of an inside joke going with Strylix that the heavy melee skip is the hardest skip in the run and I can't do it. And that is this one. Hey, first try. Why did I go that way? Okay, I've tried to find other games like Last Door. Somebody told me that I should look at the excavation of Hobbs Barrow and claimed it was better. I watched like an hour of it and I'm still mad about it. Yeah, I haven't heard about that one. That Four Travelers game you said was pretty good too. And even used like the same cursor and stuff and must have been at least partially inspired. But, you know, not the same type of game. I still need to play that one because I have heard it is very good. Just even regardless of The Last Door. As we just look far too difficult for me to enjoy. I kind of agree with that as well. Like, I'm not a fan of just super difficult, and that's what I hear that Lies of P bosses are, but that the enemies are all kind of like fodder and boring, and that just doesn't sound fun to me. God, I'm losing so much time. This sucks. If you ask me, it's the best non-FromSoft Souls-like out there. I can honestly believe that. I still need to play Lords of the Fallen. I started it and I actually quite enjoyed it. I know people say there's a lot of problems with it and stuff, and I get that, but it does look really fun to me. And the world is like super well crafted. And I bought the game, and I want to play it. It looks good to me. I don't care about all the criticisms, but, stupid dash go around. But it does look... It doesn't look quite as good. And I also enjoyed Mortal Shell. I know that's a somewhat unpopular opinion, but I thought that it did an excellent job. You know, the Harden was a little overpowered, but you didn't have to abuse it. That was too early. That's the heavy melee skip that I always struggle with. I've lost multiple runs to failing this. What's another non-FromSoft Souls-like? And like true Souls-like, not like Blasphemous that I've played. I don't think I have played any more than Mortal Shell and started Lords of the Fallen. Oh, I mean, there's Bleak Faith. I wouldn't consider Bleak Faith to be a Souls-like, though. It is way too different. I think one of the big reasons that it was received poorly is because everybody who watched the trailers went, this is a Souls-like, even though they never claimed to be a Souls-like. Souls-like wasn't in the tags. Or if it was only in the user-defined ones. They didn't want it to be considered a Souls-like because it was so different from other mainstream Souls-likes. And a lot of people played it and just compared it to Elden Ring the whole time and went, this is shit compared to Elden Ring. But I think the vibe is very Souls-like. The gameplay is not in the slightest Souls-like. Not even a little bit. Sure, you got a dash. Your dash doesn't have iframes. The combat feels very different because of that. You got all that repositioning. I guess they did add a little bit of iframes, but it's more of a help you reposition iframes than press this button to become invisible or invincible, you know? Skin of our teeth. For a bit, I don't think, because I've got Beneath Her Sacred Grounds and a Phileor next, and then Air Dash, and then Double Jump. Hey, look at that! Shit. Alright, let's see if I mess this up as bad as I always do. Yep, I did. I need to just fucking learn that. Drop left a little bit. Yeah, that's what it is. There. There. Drop there. There. Grab that. Yeah. Yeah, we going. Shit. Now watch this. No, fuck. There we go. I'm not even going to go for Yerma. I need to save the time. She's useless. So basically, before anything interesting happens. Nice. Seriously? First thing you do? Stop doing that! Ugh, I can't get in the corner yet. There we go. And now you jump, and now you jump. And now you jump again. And this is like the worst luck on a payload I have ever had. Finally, Jesus. I'm even behind on a Phileo. This is awful. Hopefully I'll be less behind with this. This is looking pretty good so far. Just don't jump. Oh, he jumped. What happens in a first ever TLD than the entire first hour? Ugh. So it's one of those games that leaves you with so many loose threads that you're like, oh, it's gonna be so cool when it happens, and then it is not. I still think Remnant from the Ashes is the worst Souls like on Steam. I haven't played Remnant. It didn't look very fun to me. I'm not I'm not a big fan of the Souls-like with guns idea. Same reason I didn't play Remnant 2 despite all its praises. Kind of similar to how I never classic was a Souls-like game. That's kind of fair, but frankly, Sekiro is very Souls-like in a lot of aspects. The only thing that's not super Souls-like is the the fact that it actually has like a story and dialogue and NPC focus and stuff, and also the combat. That's about it, though. I think everything else is very Souls-like, and even then, the combat is quite Soulsy. It's just a very different kind of Soulsy. You know, I'd say it's a Souls-like. You know, I'd say that Sekiro definitely counts as a Souls-like, but it wouldn't be grouped in with, you know, the Dark Souls trilogy, Demon Souls, and Bloodborne. You know. What? That was totally high enough. This is a shit run right now. Ugh. I'm still gonna keep going for it though because I can still get a PB with a good Crimson Reigns. Even though that red time just keeps going up. Sekiro isn't, but it does have a few major similarities, so it's kind of close enough. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, look at the Disney cartoon character design. Ephileor? Nope, this direction. That was the weirdest fucking comment I'd seen. Like, what? And I mean, I can get the pixel art, like, on the launch trailer, pixel art looked, or the announcement trailer, the pixel art was a lot less, like a lot lower resolution than it is now. So I can kind of see it. I can kind of see that people were upset about that. But what? Baseline for me is that a Souls-like needs a leveling system and RPG elements. Sekiro's neither of those. I don't think. Like, that's fair. Like, that makes some sense, but I have never considered the RPG elements and the leveling system to be a part of Souls' identity. I think that's, like, so many games have that sort of thing. You know? Actually looked really different than the reveal trailer. It did, yeah. I think for me, a Souls-like is a lot more... Okay, first of all, I think Souls-like is a bad genre name because nobody can agree on what it is. Every time a game comes out, people are like, oh, it's like a Souls-like, and then everyone's like, no, it's not. I think it's a terrible descriptor and should be used less for a genre and more as like, hey, this game's kind of like Dark Souls, you know? Which is kind of what it is, but a lot of people really think that it's a genre. Which I think is a problem, because it's not. But for me, I'd say a Souls-like has to do a lot more with, you know... Actually, I kind of agree with most of the things about Red Tree Vortex. They have a video on their channel talking about what makes a Souls-like. They make a little ranking table, and they just go through a whole bunch of games and rank whether or not they're Souls-likes. And while I don't agree with all of the points that they make, I think it's probably a good baseline for what I would consider to be a Souls-like. I think it has to do more with, like, you know, the vibe, the type of progression, the type of like the gritty combat, the gritty and tactical combat, you know. Jesus Christmas. What the fuck? But I also, you know, I don't have a... Shit. I don't have a... Jesus Christ. That's it. That's the second time that that has happened in that specific spot. But yeah, I don't think I have a specific criteria for what I'd consider to be Souls-like or not. I don't get the cartoony criticism. Things are animated differently, but the backgrounds and whatnot in this game look better than the original. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that was a really weird criticism to give. I think it was people... I think that the sort of cartoony comes from the fact that everything is a lot cleaner. Like, if you compare... What just happened there? Anyways, if you compare this background here to, like, Albero, this is a lot cleaner. There's more detail to it. Like, look at that. Look at those people in the background. Those ones. Like, the ones with the hijabi. They are so detailed and well animated compared to the people and, like, the giant pig in the back of Albero, right? And that's to do with the fact that they got better and hired more people and stuff for this game. But it looks cleaner, so it looks also a little bit less gritty. But I frankly don't care. I think the cleaner looks really nice. So Souls games have a very specific sound to them. There's something distinct about the sound design and music. Yeah, honestly, that's not something that's pointed out often, but I agree with that. I don't have any mods on because it's a speedrun. I can't legally. But yeah, I agree with that. I think that the sound design is very important. And the music as well. Like, you don't get Souls-like with, like, sort of like Dead Cells type music where it's all upbeat all the time. But you get... I don't know how to describe it. There is a very specific feeling to it. Yeah, I can't cover this. Yeah. Well, anyways, that was another failure. I think just today is just not it, or maybe it was the being distracted. Maybe I should that's funny. Maybe I should just continue to speedrun by myself, you know? Anyways, look at this. Oops, I accidentally double jumped. Watch this. Souls music is always melancholic. Yeah, there's a melancholy to it. The bosses are usually very dramatic. Things like that. I agree. Let's go into my main save and just fool around for a bit. So I'm not gonna answer quite yet because I have nothing better to do. Here, I'll show you. You know what I'll do? I will show you the. I'll show you the Crimson Rains route, which is the area that kills everyone. That's the area marked Hell itself on my live split. Find a Soulsborne song that's in a major key challenge. Impossible. True. There we go. Boom, boom. Ow. God, everyone's dead. This is Crimson Rains. Yeah, I'll be ending stream after I'm done with Crimson Rains. Just, I have to go pretty soon anyways. Streaming TLD 2. Oh yeah. Done in the game. I have considered doing some sort of like fan voice dub of it, but I would need more people than just me because I can't voice act a lot of characters, like women. Yeah, most of them are pretty lame. Most of them are no commentary or people just sitting there quietly. I think I would do that. Do like a little war stream playthrough. That could be really fun. But yeah, okay. See you later, Shift. Keep in mind, in this save, I do a lot higher damage. TLD fandom. Well, hey, if we do it, I will let you know. So this skip here is actually one I discovered, which I'm pretty happy with. Not the tech itself, not the hover, but this here. That was me. And then normally this elevator wouldn't be here, so I have to position myself basically right here and then do a hover to skip it while there's enemies attacking me. I have to get it first try. And then here it's, well, that platform goes up and it's that. And if you fail, then you fall into spikes. Now, you know, the elevator starts to go up, so. I'm back. Hello, Oshin. I failed all of my run attempts, and now I'm just going through Crimson Reigns to showcase the hell that it is before I hop off. Most TLD videos I see are people not taking it seriously and being obnoxious, which I can't stand. Yeah. Sure, I couldn't do any voice acting for such things. Who knows? I mean, hey, yeah, who knows? It could be fun. Do this again, because I need to... in a real run, I would need to... Oh, and I've messed up twice, so I'm certain... There we go. Yeah. And then this part's fun. Go up. Kill this guy because he gives you a mark of martyrdom, and also they're very scary. Now, this technique is really difficult, and this is part of why Crimson Reigns sucks, but it also used to suck a lot worse. And this tech I'm about to do is a reason why it sucks a lot less now. Let's kill this bastard. Normally, when you get up here, there's no enemies there. But if you enter a certain area, a gauntlet starts that you cannot skip until all the enemies are dead. And it's all of the hardest enemies in the game and whatnot. So, to skip it, we gotta do this. 1, 2, 3. Messed up. Gotta restart. 1, 2, 3. Again, messed up. I restart. You need a full speed ascension. That was too soon. I can't seem to get even a normal one. I didn't even wait a sin there. 1, 2, 3. Too late. 1, 2, 3. And I let go too early. If you let go when you get hit, then you will stay up. 1, 2, 3. Don't think I was fast enough either. Might be used as voice acting, but I sure can do voice mixing. I know, this is one of my favorite tracks in the game. What is wrong with me? Normally this is like a third, fourth try thing. Okay, let me just... What is up with my ascensions right now? Okay, that was good. Do that. Not that. I was setting myself on a mission to find out how he got that sound from an organ. Well, what's nice about this soundtrack, this wasn't digital. Same with Blasphemous 1. None of it was digital. He wanted everything to be authentic. And in the first game, he didn't want to use an organ. He didn't want a Souls-like sort of epic music vibe. He wanted it to be more grounded. They abandoned that for the sequel because the game is a lot more crazy and ambitious and big and grand. Okay. I think my problem is that today I can't do Ascensions. See, there's one. I'll leave it at that, I guess, because I can't get it. But basically, you do that ascension, you go over here, you do what's called a... You do what we in the biz call, something verse. I don't remember. It lets you fly horizontally from anywhere. It's pretty great. It sucks. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have the kind of money to hire an orchestra for my music. Yeah, I know, right? That's the kind of thing I totally would do. What other fun stuff is there? Oh yeah, some speedrun routes use this verse, because it does crazy damage. Yeah. Anyways. I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna have to go in about a half an hour to do my taxes, which sucks. I hate taxes. But, you know. Yeah, that was fun despite all of the horrendous failure. But, yeah. I'll talk to you later, Shio. Have a good rest of your day, night, or whatever time it is. See you later. I still have to actually end the stream. I can't just quit the game.